everyone, welcome back to Christina Land, a place for grown-up gift givers and adult toy collectors. So I meant to film this video earlier, like on the anniversary of my mom's passing, but that was too emotional for me. I don't know why I thought I can do it. So it's now a year and a month roughly since she passed, which is horrible. And even now I still am like, why, like a few days before the 4th of July, I'm like, why hasn't my mom texted me about getting together with the 4th of July? Like, that's weird. And I remember, like, it's so, I miss her a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna cry, or maybe I will, we'll find out. Anyway, the point is, what I wanted to do is show the dolls that my mom and I made together. When I was a kid, I was really, really into collecting porcelain dolls. I had like maybe 13, which isn't a lot by the standards of dolls I have now. But the porcelain dolls at the time, they weren't the best quality, honestly, for the most part. I have one that was a good one that I probably should have kept. I've gotten rid of all my porcelain dolls now, except of course for the ones my mom and I made. But I was really into porcelain dolls, and for whatever reason, I don't even know how, but my mom found a place like a few blocks away from our house where you could make porcelain dolls. It was a porcelain doll learning class. Teaching class? Learning class? It was a porcelain doll class. It was a class that would teach you how to make porcelain dolls. And this lady did it out of her house. And all of the other people in the class were my mom's age, or actually much older now when I think about it. And it was my mom and me, me 13, who was doing this. And what you would do is you would pick the different, like she would buy different, it's been so long and I'm trying to remember, but you'd go through a catalog. You'd pick the kind of mold, the doll mold or doll sculpt. I keep hearing different things. Is it sculpt or mold? I don't know, but like the mold you want. And at the time, well, not as much, but I did enjoy The Secret Garden. I think my mom actually enjoyed it more. But I really, one of my favorite books was Little Princess. And both these books are by Frances Hodgson. Frances Hodgson. How do you pronounce her name?
Frances Hodgson Burnett.
Oh, Frances Hodgson. Okay. Both these books were by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I at first wanted to do a doll based on Anne from Anne of Green Gables, because I love Anne of Green Gables. Still love it. And I think the plan was my third doll would be Anne, but I think the doll making process just took so long, and my mom sewed the clothes for it. So I made the dolls, like I put the dolls together and then my mom would sew the clothes. Though I know she came to the class with me, so I feel like maybe my mom helped me. It's been a really long time. So for Mary, when she wasn't wearing a coat or a nightgown, she wore a sailor's dress, and this is the book by Tasha Tudor, or the illustrations by Tasha Tudor. That's how she drew her. And Mary was described as blonde hair, gray blue eyes, and I did all porcelain dolls. All my other porcelain dolls that I had a stuffed body, and then porcelain arms, porcelain head, porcelain legs. But no, I did all porcelain dolls. Oh yeah, I did the paint too on these dolls. Like I did the paint, I set the eyelashes. So here is my Mary. She used to have a black ribbon that went with this. That would make it more like a sailor dress, and a hat. I don't know where the hat is, or the black ribbon that went with this. But she is very tall. I think she's 21 inches tall. Yeah, about 21 inches tall. So there are black boots. She really should have black stockings, but we have black stocks. Pantaloons, right? That's what these are called. And this sailor dress that is really nice material. I don't know what material it is, but it's really nice that my mom made. It has buttons on the back. It's like black stripes on the bottom, the sleeves. So I did the blush, painted the lips, the eyebrows. I obviously have not taken care of her because her hair it was curly, and I don't know what kind of hair quality this is, old. Some bangs. So at first in the book, Mary is described as having very limp, thin hair, but as she gets into the garden more, I mean, maybe it's a spoiler, but it's called A Secret Garden, so you know she's going to go into a garden, and it's a really old book. Like, I think it was written in 1900 or earlier, so old book. Her hair gets like thicker and with more life, so that's why I chose this wig, so she'd look like she did after getting into the garden. Yeah. Okay, so that's Mary. Now for Sarah from The Secret Garden. She's described as, well, granted, Mary was described as yellow, but Sarah in The Secret Garden was described as pale, short black curling hair, and green-gray eyes. So in the Tasha Tudor illustration, Sarah wears this pink dress, which I really liked. But at the time I collected Samantha, who was in the Edwardian period, and her clothes, based on the ones that came out at Pleasant Company, did not look like this dress. This pink, even short sleeve? Yeah, very short sleeve dress. Kind of, yeah, the way it looks, I don't think, because I'm pretty sure The Little Princess also takes place in the Edwardian period, like 1904, 1906, 1899, same with Secret Garden, so this dress definitely doesn't look like that period. And so my mom decided to make, instead of that dress, which is the one I wanted, but that's okay, she decided that since Pleasant Company had made dresses differently for Samantha, who was also in the Edwardian period, that's the kind of dress my mom would make for Sarah. So, oh look, nope, Sarah doesn't have stockings either. I was like excited, like, oh, Sarah has stockings now. They're just longer socks. So, here is the dress that my mom made for Sarah. So you can tell it kind of looks like an old Pleasant Company Samantha dress that she would wear, like puff sleeves, ruffles on the front, little white rose, like it is pink, but white roses on the sleeves, and then ruffles on the edges. And then these are not stockings, but they are like, look like stockings, white socks and pink party shoes. And so here is, whoops, Sarah's face. So kind of greenish gray eyes. Then again, I did the paint for the lips, the blush, the eyebrows. I set the eyelashes in, which took so long. And she's also as tall as Sarah. And then black curly hair, that's very matted. And a white bow in her hair. And I don't know who did the sculpts, like originally did the sculpts, because like I said, there was a catalog. Oh, there was a catalog that you chose. You go through it and decide what dolls you did. So again, like I said, I wanted the third doll to be Anne. That never materialized. I honestly can't remember if I did both dolls during that summer, because it was summertime. I feel like maybe I did. I think my mom wanted me to do Mary, but I wanted to do Sarah. So I think our compromise is we'll do both. Yeah, and then I think we were very tired after that. And I don't know if my mom looked into it the next year or, oh, I was 14 the next year. So probably by then I was like, I am too old for toys. I was not, but I felt like I was. Incidentally, my first porcelain doll was from Disneyland, and my second was from Knott's Berry Farm. I've not been to Knott's for a long time, but I've been to Disney, and you only can buy IP at their stores. But it used to be way back in the day. They had non-Disney IP. Fascinating. I almost wish I kept that doll just for the novelty, and because it was my first porcelain doll, but I didn't like her. I mean, I did like her because I bought her, but after a while I didn't like her. So yeah, those are the dolls that my mom and I made together, and it was really nice that my mom knew I had this interest and somehow found a class to make porcelain dolls, and we did it together. As you can tell, the outfits are a bit big on the dolls. Like, my mom was just like, there was no pattern. My mom made her own pattern. Well, all right, let me preface it this way. There was a pattern because way back in the day, Pleasant Company, now American Girl, used to sell patterns so that you could make the doll clothes for your dolls instead of buying the outfits, because at the time it seemed like Pleasant Company outfits were really a lot. Maybe not as much as now, but at the time it seemed like a lot, so they offered patterns. So my mom made several patterns, several dresses for my Samantha doll, which I still have the clothes that she made. Let me think. Yeah, I still have the Christmas dress, the nightgown, and the, oh, I forget what it's called, but like it's this nice cape that came with Samantha that my mom made. She always meant to make Samantha's blue and white checkered dress. She never did, but I found it at a thrift store, so that's okay. That worked out for me. And then she, I think, meant to make the birthday dress, but didn't, so I did buy it. Yeah, so she based her patterns actually off of the Pleasant Company patterns, and then I think, since these are 21 inches, they're obviously a little bit taller than American Girl dolls, because American Girl dolls are 18 inches, and then American Girl dolls are like thicker too than the porcelain dolls. So that could be why the dresses are so big, because she thought they'd be the same thickness. But these are all porcelain dolls, which means they're thinner bodies than the stuffed cotton dolls of American Girl. So yeah, those were the dolls that my mom and I made together, and I'm glad I had them. There are actually several dolls that my mom gave me when she was a girl that I sold. Now I wish I didn't, but of course hindsight is 2020. How was I to know? I wasn't to know. And I sold them for way too cheap. Oh my gosh, because I see them in thrift stores. I'm like, wow, I had like a whole collection. I could have sold it for much better, or, you know, kept it, or sold it to someone in the doll community who would have appreciated it better than whoever I sold it to. I sold it on eBay to someone who probably is going to resell it for a lot. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. My point is, those are the dolls that my mom and I made together, and I'm really glad I have them. They're really big though, like obviously they're really tall. I did have like stands that I used for them that I don't know what happened to my really big stands I had, because they're just too big to display right now because I have too many dolls. But obviously I'm going to keep them and have them. I just don't have room to display them. Yeah, can't believe she's gone for so long. Sorry, this is not my therapy session. I apologize. You don't need to hear that, but I just miss her a lot. I really wish she were here so badly. Anyway, obviously, but thankfully I have a lot of good memories with her, and like, yeah, I don't know how to end this, sorry. I guess, do you have any memories that with things that you've done with your parents? Yeah, I don't even know if I told her I wanted to make porcelain dolls or if she found it on her own, but it was really, really kind of her, and crazy that this class was just a few blocks from our house and we just walked to it. It was awesome. Yeah, now that I think about it, was it the summer time? Because I remember wearing a sweater once. I have no idea. Granted, it was cooler way back in the day in the summertime than it is now, so maybe it was summer. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just reminiscing here. But those were the dolls I made with my mom. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know how to end this video because now I'm just reminiscing about my mom. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you again for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I know it's a different kind of video. It's I don't know, if I guess I really wanted to do a review, I could be like, the paint job isn't that great. The doll clothes are kind of big. The hair has been matted, but that's my own fault for not taking care of the hair. But it's a nice memory and to have with my mom. So again, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like if you like this video. It's fine if you didn't like this video or if you didn't watch. That's okay. I get it. It's a different kind of video. I will see you in my next video. And remember, it's okay to like what you like, be who you are, and stay yin at heart. Bye!